Ahoy, mateys! Welcome in to the Bro 4 Squad podcast, where we are just a bunch of bros drinking beer and talking movies. I am your host, the Mayor, Jeff Hornacek. This is our movie commentary track on Muppet Treasure Island. This is currently on Disney+. We have our movies paused at the 10-second mark with the Walt Disney Pictures logo fully up on the screen, and that little semicircle that sometimes is drawn by Tinkerbell, but not in this instance, has just been completed. So while you get your movie sunk up with us, let's go around and meet my crew. We start with my third mate, the American hero, Nate Thurmond. Nate, I think I know what your answer is going to be, but if we got on a ship, a pirate ship tomorrow, and everybody was assigned roles, what would yours be?
Low-hanging fruit would be chef.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'd have to stick in the kitchen and whip up some mean meals.
I gotta say, that's a tough job on a pirate ship. Nothing really keeps. We don't have a way to preserve anything, and pirates to me feel like a finicky group to feed.
Yeah, the first week I'm probably just gonna try and make a shit ton of jerky, and then we're gonna have jerky for months because it'll be well preserved. But yeah, other than that, not much of a fighter, so I'll just stick in the kitchen.
The nice thing is the way that I run the ship will be dying at a very quick rate, so the amount of people you have to cook for will go down.
See, that's just a smart business choice at that point. You know, supply and demand. I don't have much food, so you need to cut some people out.
Next, we go to an expert on poop decks, our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Now, Ronnie, I think I've asked you this before, but as a legal expert, is it true that in international waters, you really can't be prosecuted for anything? All things go, especially if you're flying a Jolly Roger, right?
Oh, all things go. Why don't you, we should go out and try it out and just, see what happens.
I'm busy then, but otherwise.
I don't think you set a date, though.
Totally. It's just the conflicts.
Okay.
I'm looking at my Google Calendar right now, and it's just there's no way I can move this stuff. So, all right. Again, we're at the 10-second mark. Walt Disney Pictures up. We are going to press play and hit the 7 C's in 3, 2, 1, play. And we said this off pod, but Nate Thurmond and I are poor. Ronnie Cycli isn't. So we have Disney Plus with ads. And right now, if this holds, I have 4 ad breaks on mine. Nate, is that how many you have also?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the ad break hits, we'll just tell the people at home, hey, we're at an ad because we're peasants, and we'll have Cycli and you pause yours till the ad ends, and then we'll resume.
So I've got one literally a quarter, probably halfway, and then there's 2 kind of at the end that are close.
I don't know what the dynamic way that the media player does this, but like I've told you, sometimes the ads don't actually happen when they say they are.
Okay. We'll see.
I have a question.
This is a first-time watch for you, right?
Yes, it is. I'm not as big of a Muppet head as you guys.
Yes, Cycli and I are big-time Muppet heads. This is, I believe, the first film that Brian Henson did alone after his father passed.
Did he not do Christmas Carol? Or was that...
I thought Jim was still alive when they...
I thought that was the first one after he died, but... I do have a question as a pirate. What be a pirate's favorite fast food restaurant?
Okay.
Arby's.
I would think it would be Arby's, but it's actually Long John Silver's.
So Christmas Carol was 92. This was 96. And actually, you're right. Brian Henson did direct that one.
I think it was pretty quick after the death, though. Jim might have had some...
Yeah, I do remember that one has the in memory of Jim Henson.
Yeah. And this is where, I really wish they had kept the Muppets going, where they were just reenacting classics.
And clearly it was drawing serious actors because you had Michael Caine do a very serious approach on Ebenezer Scrooge. And then Tim Curry here is, he scared the shit out of me as a kid as Long John Silver.
Yeah, Tim Curry doesn't just, do anything. Except for Home Alone.
Right.
That's a great role.
Her first horns fun fact, according to IMDb, Tim Curry had been a huge fan of the Muppets for years before doing this movie. He stated in many interviews that he regards Captain Long John Silver as one of his favorite roles.
See, and that's what I appreciate. That's again what Jason Segel did with the newish Muppets. How many people grew up on that and loved it and respected what it meant to pop culture. And it kind of breaks my heart that we and I will blame Disney for this a little bit. Like the Muppets just don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, there's plenty to do with them. But Disney's kind of just sitting on this IP and really doesn't know how to profit off of it. But short-sighted, in my opinion.
Much different color palette for this movie. We don't have the dreary, wet streets of London. Instead, we have the hot sand of desert island.
Did you all ever read Treasure Island?
Negative.
I actually have the book, but I haven't gone through it. I did like poke around in a little bit, and the way that it's written seems kind of hard for me to decipher the way people are talking.
Just because it's written in English.
Yeah, not enough pictures for my taste.
So what do we got going on here? What are they setting up?
Pirates working hard, trying to find buried treasure, or they burying the treasure.
We're burying treasure.
Okay.
And if you're a pirate out there, get everything in writing, because that could happen.
That's an interesting question. Why do pirates bury treasure in the first place and then draw a map with the next to it? Like, what's the objective there?
Why don't they just spend the treasure?
Yeah. So if someone could answer that.
Please answer that in the comments below.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy. I do have a...
I thought you were saying this actor is Cillian Murphy. I was like, wow.
He's always in our comments. After this, according to IMDb, again, after Jim Henson's death, Rolf the dog was not recast for several years, as he was considered the closest to Henson's actual personality. In this movie, Ralph appeared but did not speak in the first scene set in the tavern. So let's see if we can find him.
I don't know if that's a good way to honor him.
Actually, there he is in the background.
Yeah.
He's getting drunk.
Playing the piano. Yeah.
I do love the precedent, too, how Gonzo and Rizzo are just always themselves.
Yeah, I saw that in like the intro. They're like, oh, Miss Piggy as. And they're like, yeah.
I think they're up there with the greatest duos. Like we talk about SGA and J-Dub and Pippin and Jordan. It's like Gonzo and Rizzo.
Hitler and Goebbels.
Of course, yeah. How could you leave them out?
Thank you. Very topical for throwing in Dub and SGA.
Yeah, we always got to represent.
I would love to get drunk at a tavern with pirates.
And Muppets. Like, that was one of my favorite things about Christmas Carol, is like Michael Caine just chucking Muppets. Like, I just want to spend a day with Muppets.
I hope on set he told the Muppets, like, now listen here, I'm going to really try and sell it, okay? So I need you to be bought in.
Did the cow just ask that woman if she's drunk again?
Really good costuming here. It does not look like pillows have been shoved up her dress at all.
No, and there's Rolf again. So I didn't know that, Jeff. Like, that's why Rolf, like, for the next period, like, really kind of disappears.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I always loved him. It really bummed me out. Like, he's barely even in the Jason Segel ones. Like, he makes that hilarious I wouldn't call it a cameo, but he had during the montage. Yeah. Like, he gets that little bit where he's like, oh, they didn't want to show mine. He's like on a hammock or whatever.
In the original Muppets movie, he has like actually a really emotional part where he's playing piano at that bar.
Yeah, when Kermit was stood up by Piggy.
Mm-hmm. Bitch.
So from the opening scene until now, do we know, is there like a big time difference, or?
I think fairly substantial.
Okay. That makes sense.
This kid just gets played pretty hard.
I really want to know because again, Christmas Carol is like beloved, not because just it's a great movie, but it literally does mimic the book. And people have always said it's like one of the best adaptations of A Christmas Carol, like outside of the Muppets. It's just very on point. And like, I really do wonder that, since none of us have read it, how like accurate this is to the Treasure Island book.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm assuming there's puppets of some sort in it, at least. Otherwise, how could they make this? It wouldn't be true at all.
It wouldn't make sense at all. I wonder if it was his dad that they showed in the beginning.
Oh, the guy who killed everybody?
Yeah, he said it was my dad's company, or maybe got killed by. It's very much giving Pirates
Fucking
of the
nepotism,
Caribbean.
bro. No one earns a treasure map these days. It's always like,
Yeah, okay,
no.
Nepo baby.
Gross.
This is basically precedent for Orlando Bloom's character in Pirates of the Caribbean.
This could be a prequel story. This young actor, Kevin Bishop. Fun fact I have about him, actually, it's kind of been getting put on blast here. Kevin Bishop went through puberty during the filming, so they had to overdub his singing performances with older recordings of the songs.
Really? Wow.
That's such an interesting risk of casting a 13-year-old boy.
Right.
Yeah. How are your balls, Kevin?
How high up are your balls? Mr. Weinstein, is that a normal question to ask? Yes, it is. In every audition, you'll get asked that.
Honestly, in this situation, it kind of seems like it should be.
Yeah.
You don't want to have this situation occur. I know that did happen with Daniel Radcliffe, I believe, in Chamber of Secrets.
He went through puberty?
Oh, really?
Yeah, his voice, because they filmed those movies back to back, and I think there was a voice issue at one point. It wasn't consistent with some scenes.
Sorry for partying. Now, if they would have kept, because I believe after this, the next Muppet movie, I think, is Muppets from Space.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If they would have kept the trend of making like IP or essentially like public domain stories, what do you think would have been a fun one for them to do next? I would have loved to see like an Agatha Christie.
See, yes, exactly. I want a murder mystery.
Ooh, that could be fun.
I would love like Murder on the Orient Express or like a Knives Out with Muppets. Like that's what I want right now is a Daniel Craig keeps his character.
He's still Benoit Blanc.
He's still Benoit Blanc and is solving a murder among the Muppets. Like I would.
Or Kenneth Branagh's Poirot with the Muppets. That would accusing them all
any of it. Give it to me. They did do. They did do the Muppets Wizard of Oz. That was 10 years
that
after
was like
this,
a TV special, right? It was like
I think so, and a lot of people like jokingly say like we don't talk about that. I don't remember it, but it's like Brandy, I think, plays Dorothy or something like.
I believe so.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not drunk. No one said that.
I'll be giving him any more rum.
Have the Muppets delved into the sports world at all?
That is, I'm sure in some of like maybe when they did Muppets Tonight or the Muppet Show.
Yes, count. I don't
sketches, but I don't think about it. Yeah, because we had the Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper, which was also kind
Muppets
of
Take Manhattan.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing sports related. I would love to. I would pay a lot of money to see Fozzie play like basketball.
Gonzo makes a joke actually in this movie about basketball when they put him on the rack and they're torturing him, and he gets stretched out to like 15 feet long. He goes, "I could play in the NBA."
It doesn't even make sense. This movie takes place well before the merger of the ABA and NBA.
He saw it coming. He said the ABA and NBA will merge into one league. Is this guy in Muppet Christmas Carol, is he one of the ones who, when they see the ghost of Christmas Future, when Scrooge is dead, who's like pawning off his valuables?
I think you might be right. He also reminds me of a character from the very opening song, like one of those like characters that open the windows.
Yeah. He also reminds me of my third grade teacher.
Really? What was her name?
Mrs. Roddle.
What if she listens to the pod, dude? Come on.
Fuck, she might actually.
Imagine if she did, and you just like it was a coincidence. She's like, "What the fuck?"
I don't look like a Muppet.
She was a great teacher, but I remember one time she got mad at me because I spilt like water on some tile, and the paper towels that I was using to wipe it up, she said were too expensive to use for that.
But
I'm trying.
Why do we have them if they're
I'm in third grade.
Right.
Do we think she bought them herself and they were hers to use?
I don't know, man.
She just didn't want anyone to use them so she could take them home.
If we can't use the paper towels to wipe up spills, I don't really know why we have them. So the gag is this guy's blind and he's like bumping into things.
Throwing barrels all over the place.
It seems a bit. Also, he's acting like he's only been blind for an hour of his entire life. Also, if you get the black spot, this means you're marked for death, right?
Or the designated driver, I think.
Ooh, this guy's like, fuck.
He's like, I had way too much rum.
We're fucked. And my license has been suspended.
These set designs.
James and the Giant Peach vibes.
Yeah, sure.
Damn, that's a movie I haven't thought about. That freaked me out as a kid.
I rewatched that movie like within the last month.
And how did it hold up?
Pretty good.
Really? Huh.
His fucking ants, though, in the beginning, oh my god, they still scare the shit out of me.
So he's trying to get out of town now because he thinks he's gonna die.
Oh, he knows he's gonna die. I got the black spot, bro. It's over.
Like, I would kind of just stay put then.
Or as you see this fun fact, 100 actors auditioned for Jim Hawkins, but Kevin Bishop was the very first audition.
Wow.
And got the part.
That makes you think they just weren't paying attention to the other auditions. Fuck, I don't remember any of those. Who was the first?
His hand in Gonzo's mouth. Or no, he's one in the nose.
Jim.
Listen.
Like, well, I think you're drunk, though.
People speak
I'm
when they're drunk.
tipsy. Beds just looked so uncomfortable back then.
Yeah, they didn't have the luxuries of today.
Like, even at his drunkest, you're gonna feel every spring on that thing.
So I am reading that is a surprisingly faithful adaptation
Really?
to the book.
A Henry Kissinger book.
Diplomacy. And they made sure that the camera like saw it.
Yeah, like seeing things like that always makes you think like, who put that in the movie and why? There's got to be like some inside or joke or practical joke. They're like, oh, put this
someone
book in
probably fought for it.
It'd be fucking hilarious. She's just giving him good life advice now. Don't run with scissors.
Also, never do a parlay over 3 games.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I kind of feel like the black spot, it's like, do you, like if someone tells you you're sick, even if you're not, you kind of like start to make yourself sick.
Oh man, my throat. What is in
yeah, I got a tickle. Tickle here.
Okay.
Also, you can't say he's marked for death and then everyone comes to kill him.
Yeah, you're kind of like manifesting yourself at that point.
I was laughing when he said parlay. I didn't know if you meant the Pirates code parlay.
No, I did not. God, insurance is not going to like this.
No, do they cover pirate jumping through your window?
When you've been marked with the Black Death, I don't think.
Not in this part of the world either. It's like, yeah, you're not going to get
footnotes of the contract. I get it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, we're not really very well coordinated here. That one guy just dove through the fucking second floor window and rolled down the stairs.
They're not the best pirates, okay?
We don't get to practice this part that much.
Yeah, they rented one Airbnb one time to practice it in, and they didn't get the deposit back. So
no, they got a low rating, and now it's really hard for them to get approved to rent. So is Bones his like mentor, who he's interning for? Did he give him the map already?
I didn't see an exchange of goods.
I think he told him where they were. Yeah, where it was.
Okay.
Humans fighting Muppets again just always plays well.
Just a dream of mine. Like, how fun would this be to film?
So is Gonzo and Rizzo, they're planning to just blow the whole place up now?
Well, Gonzo, if you follow the Muppets, is always one for explosives. He loves to set things.
They really feel like they've run out of alternatives.
This is my last option.
You know, I forgot it's been a while since I've seen this, but like I forgot it takes a while for Tim Curry to come in.
Yeah, because even when they get on the like, he finds the boat. Spoilers. He's like not originally. He's like kind of a late introduction to Mr. Hawkins. Practical effects, love it.
Get out of there, Jim.
Jimothy.
Timothy?
Can I call you Jimothy?
If anyone can
Gonzo
survive
loves
being
it.
caught on fire or blowing up, it's Rizzo.
Like the lamp, not the rat.
I think I smell something burning.
It's amazing that he's blind and his other senses are so strong.
Keep going back to the well because the he's blind jokes are still funny.
We do have the map.
Rizzo would never want to stay put. Come on. He's one for the action.
This chick is out, like on one. Bring her with.
She just walked through the wall.
Yeah, she's a beast.
You are. So are we in London now? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
I
this
don't
looks like
think.
same set from Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, getting those vibes.
After the movie, they're like, "Don't tear it down."
We might need this.
that's probably why they did this. They were like, how can we cut costs and save this budget? That was probably the door to Marley and Marley.
Yeah,
Michael
it was
Caine
on
opened the
Zillow.
door.
I saw.
It would be really funny in the if these movies took place at the same time period. They have to be in the same world. It's a Muppet world.
Sure.
Yeah, but then there's some issues because Bob Cratchit looks like the captain in this movie.
There's a lot of frogs. Come on.
We need to bring back these like shirts. But I can't do it alone. I need you guys to wear them with me.
Okay, so which ones?
The one that guy who opened the door had, where it was
Yeah.
like you button the top button and then it like splits apart all the way down.
Oh, okay.
There's I think a Seinfeld episode about those shirts.
Right.
Yeah, it makes them. Yeah, like the puffy arms.
The puffy shirts, yeah.
Jerry, yeah.
I can't remember. I've been going through Seinfeld over the past like 6 months for the first time, and yeah, I'm trying to.
Wow, isn't it so fun?
It is. It took me a while to finally like accept it, but it's good.
Once it clicks, it works.
Yeah.
The Mr. Bimbo joke with Fozzie's finger, Frank Oz, who voices Fozzie, and of course Yoda, among other famous Muppets. He was very against the joke, but according to IMDb, by the end of the movie, it became one of his favorite gags. I don't think it works, personally. I don't really understand it.
He's always opinionated though. Like he's been someone who's like been very vocal, I think, about post Jim Henson Muppets.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because him and Henson were like in the trenches together growing up, trying to get all their shit made.
Yeah, I think he feel very much like what Disney's been doing or trying to do is like not in good faith of what like Muppets were supposed to be, which was crazy, especially with what Jason Segel tried to do with it, and to me was bring it back to that, and then he was very outspoken against it, I think.
Well, Segel, it's weird. He was like a huge Muppets fan. It was like his dream to make that movie, and then commercial
Ad. Okay.
Pause your films at home, please.
Pause it, please.
Pausing.
But then
you're
Segel
poor
wanted
like us.
nothing to do with Muppets Most Wanted, right? Like he wasn't even interested in doing a sequel.
I think a lot of his complaints after like How I Met Your Mother was just repeating his art, quote unquote. And like, you know, he wanted to get away. He felt like with How I Met Your Mother, he's like, I didn't get to challenge myself. He seemed like the person to really just want to do different things. Like he did one thing, he's like, I did it, get to do something else now. Maybe him and Kermit had a lot of drama on set. I don't know.
I heard that Kermit was late to set a lot. He had a big coke problem, as we know.
By the way, Treasure Island takes place like about 100 years before Christmas Carol.
Really?
Yeah. So it very much could be the same universe. Just it could be Bob Cratchit's like grandfather.
I will say, it doesn't look like technology advanced very much in that 100 years. Feels
No, things went really slow then. Yeah, like the ships. It was one of those things that had to go really slow before it went fast. You're a teacher. When was the Industrial Revolution?
1820s.
So sometime between these movies.
But again, that was really like the telegraph was like the big invention.
Life hasn't been the same since, man.
No. By the way, I sent you a couple telegraphs. Get back to me. All right, ads are over now. Unpause.
Same.
I really don't think I would have done well on a ship.
Oh my god, dude!
Like that.
Like I could see myself being very excited for it. 45 minutes once we get out there, one of a million different things would cost me to be like, we need to turn around right now.
Are either of you cruise people?
Never been on one. I'm interested.
I've been on 2. I want to go on another one.
You had a good time though. Like I'm always like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good time. I'm just always like, I don't know. I just.
The last one I went on was with Banner and his wife.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like claustrophobic? Like you're trapped on the ship, or is it big enough to where you don't even get that?
No,
feeling?
not really. No. I mean, if you have like an interior cabin, then maybe. I'm trying to think. Do they have cabins without windows? I don't think so. I think they at least have a window.
It's not like third class in Titanic.
No, you're not down below the engine room.
Those guys had a party though, man. They made the most of it.
That is true.
Way more from the first class. I did watch the documentary on Netflix called about the poop. The
poop one.
Yeah,
I've seen it pop up. I've been debating watching it. I don't know.
It's like a 50-minute documentary. I like completely forgot about this cruise until I was like, sure, why not? I had time to kill.
Was that during COVID that happened?
No, this was like 2013 or something. 2012.
Was it
yeah.
Carnival?
I think it was. Yeah.
That's what I say about Vader. Put him in the longboat till he's sober.
So this is
our boy.
They're getting the Hispaniola.
According to IMDb, Tim Curry originally tried using a peg leg for the role, but it was causing him too much pain, so they resorted to a crutch for Long John Silver instead.
I wonder what that would have looked like, him using a peg leg.
Yeah. At a certain point, he's got to be like, is this really adding anything? Because I fucking hate it.
He just wanted to do it. That's anyone who does a Muppet movie isn't doing it because like they're just like, I'm gonna have fun with this.
Oh my god, that fucking rotisserie chicken.
I mean, it's not bad looking.
They do that in Muppet movies. Again, Christmas Carol with the goose.
And the guy in your chicken is Rizzo. My goal in life is someone calls me Master Hornacek at some period of my life.
We've got time. We'll make it happen.
So this could be you, Nate.
The chef?
Mm-hmm.
Is that his role on the boat?
Down there with all the provisions.
Got to have your own system. Got to know where everything is.
We're going to eat great for 5 days, and then after that, it's going to be questionable.
Dicey. We need the bear, the same show, but on a boat.
Yeah. We don't have a refrigerator. The whole crew's like, what the fuck is a refrigerator?
Is this crab at all concerned that he is the right-hand man of the chef?
Yeah, not a good guy to hang out with for him.
Or is this around the time where the crabs were still considered like, and lobsters were like considered like disgusting, and that was prison food?
Could be. Yeah, I don't know what time they became like a delicacy or high end.
Sign me up. Whoa.
All right, just going with no leg.
Why? Like,
have you not seen that before?
Like required.
Definitely took a cannonball like that guy in The Patriot.
Said fighting off guys in Madagascar.
Or that too.
They're so disgusted. It's like kind of rude.
Yeah, that's ableism. By the way, Mr. Hawkins, that jacket is pleather. You were duped by the salesman. This is their all hands meeting that they have every Monday morning.
That's good. That's
8
good.
a.m.
Got to rally the troops.
Sam Eagle. And what is in everyone's sales pipeline?
Back when I was a waiter at a restaurant, we had like those like 5 o'clock
Oh God.
every fucking day, no matter what. It's like here's the pep talk. It's very much like in waiting. It's
Go
like
over like the specials and then
we're gonna do it. We're gonna push this. I'm like, this is not that serious, guys.
A Mexican restaurant?
A Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
Yes.
that had free queso actually.
Yeah, and sopapillas.
Oh, at the end. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now it wasn't the best of quality queso, but it was free.
it was free. Sopapillas are pretty solid, if I remember correctly.
Sopapillas were pretty solid, and so were the tortillas because they made those
Yeah.
fresh. They had that little
Yeah.
window with the women.
Oh yeah, sometimes I just do like a tortilla with honey on it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you sly dog.
We had to charge $5 for those people coming in and just eating the tortillas and the chips.
People did that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's fucking embarrassing.
because it was all free, so you had to charge them something.
Wait, so they would sit there and be like, I'm just here for the tortilla and the chips?
Yeah, and then
Why
they
would
like,
you seat them? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah. Well, they wouldn't announce it at the. They wouldn't announce it until they sat.
I need Kermit's boots.
Pulling
We got
them
to
off.
get a good look at him here.
God, he's so dapper. Look at him.
Everyone's just in awe. There's like the Met Gala of Muppets. It's like, oh my God, who is he wearing?
Kermit can pull anything off, though.
Yeah, it's all about how your posture is a big part of it, how you present yourself.
Yeah, he stands really tall, which is good.
He's furious.
Chest out.
He was in charge of a railing dust, though. We get very specific with the jobs because we don't want anyone to fuck theirs up.
And let's be honest, he did not do a good job. That was bad.
He missed one side of the boat.
Yep. See, there are already he's getting compliments because of who his father was.
The nepotism in this movie is gross.
Disgusting.
I always appreciate the society where there's no, racism against Muppets and humans. There's no like, hey, you're one of us, and it's kind of beautiful. That's what society should aim for.
Just got a little side hustle going here. I don't know how he marketed this, but like the word got out.
Yeah, really quick.
Banner would be all over this.
I think I actually just saw Banner get on. That actually is like a pretty fun subplot, is the people that like there's the high stakes drama of the treasure hunt happening, but then there's the rats that are just literally on a cruise vacation. Couldn't care less.
I'm just trying to have a good time.
Like Kermit's like, I'm actually pretty cool. Stop, like, I'm not strict.
Now this again, no way to fake this, right? Like that's a real fucking ship.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I mean,
did
yeah, it
CGI
looked
much
like
here.
it. Yeah, like the background may have been manipulated a little, but like it looked like the ship was in water and moving.
Jeff, didn't you have this song on like iPod in high school?
Sailing for adventure on the deep blue sea.
I remember you and I would be driving around in your Sunfire, my Civic.
Oh yeah.
Like it would pop. We had
your compass.
You remember we had the cassette that had the wire that would plug into your iPod?
Oh
thing that would
god,
go into
that's
the
amazing.
yeah.
I still don't fully understand the technology behind that.
I never did. You put a fake cassette tape in there.
And it
people
just,
die by falling
like
over.
writes it on the ribbon. I don't know, the ribbon on the cassette.
Yeah.
These guys getting hoisted up, man. That's the fucking life.
So Jim at this point is just on this boat. No one knows his ulterior motive with the treasure map at this point.
You assume they don't, yes.
Okay.
Is that guy just a Christmas tree?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to we got the lobster. Is that a goat? And then
the goat's been around though. He's been in other.
Yeah, he was in Muppet Christmas Carol. I remember him.
That one guy is really ugly.
The bucktooth guy,
the pink, the narrow head,
Cycly, who's the bear? What's his name? Bobo. He's not in this, is he?
I don't think Bobo has made an appearance in the Muppet world yet.
Nothing is ever the same after Bobo shows up.
Hey, Bobo.
Right. It's because he was on the Muppet Show, which is like from the 70s.
He was on Muppets Tonight.
Oh, he
I think was his first appearance. Because they were very similar shows.
For some reason, I thought he did a sketch with Goldie Hawn.
He might have. He did one with Cindy Crawford for sure.
Oh,
that's like a really famous one.
Where she was like in love with him.
Yeah. Debut in 1996.
That's the year this came out. So maybe he will pop up in this. You can start to see we have a few cliques forming on the boat, right? It's getting very like middle school lunchroom.
Sure, you got the goth, you got the jocks.
Bobo started as the security guard
in
Muppets Tonight.
So Muppets Tonight, okay, because Muppets from Space, he steals the show.
Yeah,
when he does that retina scan. Oh my god,
that's so good. His voice is just, he needs to be in all of these. I wish I had brought him in this. He would have been perfect in this movie.
Would he have stolen the show is the worry.
Maybe that was the problem. I don't think it sounds really dumb, but I don't think I realized when I was a kid that Long John Silver when I thought it was from this. Was he a real I assumed he was a real person.
I feel like a lot of these pirates are like amalgamations of a couple pirates.
Yeah, that could be what it is.
Real old Tom.
Dead old Tom. Okay, that's a good.
Are we cooking for
Dead Tom?
I actually know how many mouths to feed. Lewis Morgan? Huh?
Headless Bill. There he is. Kermit's like, what the hell is this crew?
Is that ugly bug face baby eating O'Brien?
Okay, that's
how many of these gags got cut? I'm sure they had a bunch that they filmed that just
Marie.
Clueless Tom, huh? Such a stupid joke.
Yeah, that was good.
Why is Jim in the room?
I think he's the secretary. He's just taking notes.
Yeah, he's taking minutes for the meeting.
So is Fozzie's character like the benefactor? He's like the one financing.
I think so. Yeah.
That's
funny because
what's Sam Eagle's role here?
The first mate.
Okay.
Because Fozzie's character in the Christmas Carol is also like a business financier guy.
Fozziewig. Nice that Kermit has his golden globe on the desk for everyone to see. This is my daytime Emmy. Michael Scott is under that.
Oh yeah, just waiting to pop out.
Series of cheeses.
If I may, let the goldfish take a swim in the blue cheese dressing.
Nathan, every time I see Long John Silver, I'm like, you would thrive in this role.
I'm not going to allow drinking on this voyage. Bro, that was not disclosed before we took off.
How else are we supposed to survive on this shithole?
You literally do not get on a cruise without drinking.
I would imagine the galley is half rum, at least.
No, if I'm getting on a cruise, I'm buying the drink package.
Yeah, 100%. Although I have heard, maybe from you, Nate, there's several popular hacks to sneak alcohol
on. Yeah, I don't know if we did any of the times we went on a cruise, but yeah, there's a lot of them. Now there's a whole industry of it. They have like fake sunscreen bottles that you can like fill with liquor and put in your bags and stuff like that.
Dude, I mean, the cruise companies have to be aware of this shit. Like, do they actually, or like, is it too much work for them to actually enforce?
That's a good question. I don't know. I know most of them do allow you like 2 bottles of wine per person, so you can like bring them on and then give them to them, and they'll bring them out to you like at dinner, so you can have a bottle of wine that you brought on. So that's kind of nice.
You can pay for the like all-inclusive package, right? Like, and if you do that,
yeah,
I mean, it's like,
yeah, like both times I've got the drink package.
And these 2 rats got the drink package, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Well, like, what's the cost difference? Because if it's like a couple $100, I'm like, that will pay for itself, and like,
I make it worth it for sure.
Yeah, because I'm sure the drinks there are not cheap.
Exactly, they're going to be like airport prices, I'm imagining.
And they've got different like levels. You can do like a beer and wine package, or you can do like a liquor package, and then they have like a premium liquor package. So
Jesus.
But yeah, it's probably like $300 more or something maybe for like the liquor one. So it's worth it. Yeah, for 5 days when that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Again, the rat subplot. Show me them.
They were just doing it right on the staircase. Not really, but they were. That was what it was leading to.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them got to be at like the piano bar by now, just chilling.
Mm-hmm. There's a rat sports bar too.
Yeah, and you gotta catch the finals when they're on.
This kid's a baby. Grow up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bullying 101. If you let them know it bothers you, they're just gonna do it 10 times worse.
What if they were brothers?
Long John Silver does that thing that sometimes British people do, where he does something but then speaks in the plural, like, "We were just joking, lad." Like, I don't see anyone else with you.
Who's we in this situation?
A little constellation lesson here. That's nice.
Yeah, Long John Silver
is not you guys should
smart,
all get,
but he's street smart.
Just in this era is way more important, I feel like.
Sure. Yeah.
Because there was a lot of people who were probably book smart back then, but only a select few that were in positions of like where they could use it.
This is where he's prying. Someone on board has a map.
So is the implication here that Jim is controlling where the ship is going?
The implication. You're out at sea.
Good question. No, I don't know. I actually don't know the connection between him having the map and conveniently this boat going to Treasure Island. But whatever it is, Long John Silver's one step ahead of them.
He's
2
on
steps ahead of the cops. Cycly, you and I are obviously big Statler and Waldorf heads, and one of the things I like most about them is they're obviously never focal points of any of the narratives. So to see where they incorporate them into the stories is always fun. Here, them just being the like literal masthead of the boat is pretty ridiculous.
It's they are the perfect characters to just put in subtly. You can't. It's almost like you can't make them a main character. It would be impossible.
It's like you write the script and then you're like, oh shit, we forgot Statler and Waldorf. Where could we
just slide them in somewhere?
Yeah. Where does it make the most sense?
It'd be really funny if like someone who wrote these scripts like had a friend that was entirely like sarcastic and pessimistic and like negative all the time. And so how they got Statler Waldorf's character was like by reading them the script, and every time the person insulted it, they just like made a note like, hey, that's exactly where they would come in.
Right.
Or maybe parents who don't support the life choices of the artistic child.
Wow, that's deep. That's who Statler and Waldorf are. You know, this map is surprisingly accurate for one. And when did we say this was?
1700s.
About 100 years before the Industrial Revolution. That pastry looks pretty solid.
It was a good chef on board.
Bagel or something?
It looks like an everything bagel.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, I'm a big sesame guy.
I like sesame. Oh, no.
Not the goat.
Why are you coming after them?
Why does Rizzo always end up tied up? This is the scene I was mentioning.
It's like when I watch Braveheart and William Wallace is getting tortured. I'm like, yeah, in a weird way, it would feel good for a minute, though.
Yeah.
Like getting tortured. Like, I'm like, God, how nice would that be? Like, ooh, got some pops in my back.
But you have to act like it hurts. Like, no, don't.
It's such a ridiculous look at how ridiculous that is.
Imagine that day on set. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. It won't work. He likes it.
Pick, the Washington Wizards select Gonzo the Alien.
Oh, they're not fucking around with the hot poker.
I hate basketball. What?
The goat crap.
This does not look safe. What was his name? Clueless James? Or was it
yeah, something like that. I guess they just want like a cut of the cruise money.
I mean, depending how much, we can definitely sit down and talk.
Yeah. We can make this worthwhile for everyone.
Didn't go the way they planned there. Backfired. It's ridiculous.
Is he still attached to the... Okay.
Yeah, how do you get him back?
Well, you got,
put him in like the dryer.
Snip,
there
snip.
you go.
Oh, I guess that does it.
Yeah, how did you not know that? I always love Gonzo. He's ever the optimist. He always has fun with every situation.
It's interesting because in Muppets from Space, they actually give him kind of a serious story.
It's like because we never know what a Gonzo is. Yeah,
right.
That is an underrated Muppet movie, I feel like.
It is. It has some good parts. I think overall, it's like not probably in their top 3 or 4. 3.
No, definitely not. But it still like has charm. It's just like you have to kind of surface level of other movies are so much better. But like if you like give it a chance.
I like that they all live together in a house in it.
Oh, rent prices are crazy.
Like he's like, lock this treasure map up. And he's like, it could have just gone in this thing right beside you.
No, that wouldn't work.
Okay.
Would we ever be like this stationary? It just seems like a total waste.
Yeah, I guess the wind has died down. At least
I never understood that back then.
What's that?
What if the wind is against you? Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, how does that work?
That's why the steam engine was so huge in the Industrial Revolution. Changed the game.
How did one not go crazy?
Did they not have like oars just in case, like the Vikings?
I think they did. I think they did.
Yeah, because they were definitely using oars way before this time.
All right.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah. I do feel like
celebration.
I would absolutely go crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. The guy on the right is in Animals Band, right? In the OG Muppet movie.
I missed him.
This would have been a
guy with the mustache.
Yeah, the guy in the middle right now.
Yeah.
This is like when it's someone's birthday at a Mexican restaurant. That's what they do.
Got to bring out the big sombrero.
Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we had the one in the city we all grew up in when we were kids. I don't know if you guys ever went.
No, I actually didn't.
Yeah, I've been.
Thurman, remember LTAP?
Oh yeah, so good. Haven't been. I probably went.
Is it still there?
Yeah, they got like two locations.
Nice. A lot of death jokes in this movie.
I think
like that purple
the
alligator looks like a villain from Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kongs are so hard.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible.
Since you guys both have Switches, I think I'm going to talk to Cycly about this, but Thurmond, you'll have to play it this weekend when our friend is in town, but they released, I bought it for $30 at Walmart, the Cowabunga collection, and it's 13 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games from the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can play them all online co-op.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I need to get that.
And it has a new one on it called Shredder's Revenge.
Okay. I'm down.
It's pretty sick. All right, so now cabin fever's cured. We're good now.
All right, cool. We got a little bit of a breeze. We're moving on.
Look, you just need a vent.
Excuse me. Yeah, sometimes it just song is the only way to fix it.
So yeah, we've got the lobster and the goat, which are edible. I don't know if
The Christmas tree.
Christmas tree the other thing, just like a little garnish. We can use them in the culinary world. That's for sure.
Is that the first hint that we have that Long John Silver's bad, or did I miss one? Other than him being like way too suspicious about the map.
Yeah, I just think as a kid, he didn't pass the vibe check.
Tim Curry's still alive, right? I don't think he's doing well, but he's still...
Yeah, he's not doing well, but I think we checked this pretty recently, and I think he is still with us.
Was he in something recently that we did a commentary on, or
I think he was. Well, he presented at the Broskers.
Oh, of course. But who doesn't present at the Broskers?
That's true. Who did Banner say is going to present? Oh, Elvis.
Yes.
Sure.
It wasn't bad.
No.
It wasn't bad.
Of all his impressions, like it's peak for him.
But I'm sure like all of his impressions, if he does it long enough, it becomes Jamaican.
That's true. We should test it.
I wonder what his Elvis will become.
Pause.
Oh, yep.
Everyone at home, pause. Sorry, this is a good time to take a pee break. Although what we're going to say is really important, so make sure you keep your headphones in.
Yeah.
Sure, you never want to miss what we're going to say.
Don't miss this.
Cillian Murphy's like, they're telling the truth. It's always quality.
Okay.
What kind of ad do you have, Nate? Mine is for Charmin Ultra Soft.
Hold on. There's F1 cars on right now, but I don't think that's what the ad is for. Oh, Amex.
Nice.
Yeah.
The last movie he was in was Birkenhair. I don't know that one, but from 2010. But he's been in 2 documentaries, 2021 about Pennywise, and then the story of Rocky Horror, which I guess is coming out this year.
And
then
how old is he?
That's a good question. He is 79.
Nice.
But I think he has some illness. That's been the issue.
No, really?
Yeah.
I watched a Scooby-Doo movie.
He had a major stroke in 2012. Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I watched a Scooby-Doo movie the other day, which I might talk about in our next podcast, but he voiced the villain in it. He did a lot of voiceover work. He did some stuff on, Nate, you probably know this. He did the Emperor's voice on a couple episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
that's they say he's shifted after his stroke to mainly doing voice.
5 seconds left on my ad break.
Yep, we are synced up, and we're back.
All right, we're back. Press play, folks.
That's nice because what other platform were we all on commercials and they all had like the same commercial breaks, but one of us had like 2 minutes long.
I think it was Tubi.
One was like
Tubi because the whole
Tubi.
Tubi, because the whole service is free, they get a little
you
bit
can't complain.
the ad breaks. I can watch me.
No, I would actually rather complain about Hulu, because Hulu you pay for even for the commercials, and that's the longest commercial breaks, and then they turn up the volume on the commercials like
That is
God,
true.
that's so annoying. I don't know
Maybe
why
I've
that
talked about
happened.
this. It's like woken us up before.
Yeah.
Tubi at least is free. Like, you know what, you can do whatever. Man, they have a good amount of movies on there.
Yeah.
By the way, Nate, speaking of Hulu and just shows that I'm shocked how quickly we lost interest in them. The Bear season 4 had its second episode tonight, and I was like,
Oh,
wow.
seriously?
And I'm just like, I don't know what happened, man. It's almost like the relationship where you're like, it's not you, it's me, because I just lost interest in it.
No, it's them.
Okay.
Is it weird that it's almost because they are like they're one of the only shows now that are coming out once a year? Like, where it used to be like that, where all your shows came out once a year.
Yeah.
And now like everything comes taking like 3 years for a season, that we're almost feeling like, whoa, Bear, like slow down.
I mean, I keep telling myself, not to detract from the movie, but I keep telling myself I'll get back to the Bear at some point. But I literally watched the first episode of season 3, and it was just like weird. The formatting they did and what they were trying to do with it. I was like, I don't know. I'm out.
Long John Silver just played Sam the Eagle hard. At least give him a magazine or something.
He's manipulatable for sure.
Or like a shampoo bottle he can read the back of or something.
Yeah, like a cereal box.
Yeah.
I wish keys, like, imagine how cool it'd be if your house key was that fucking big. I mean, there'd obviously be drawbacks, but it would be cool to pull out a key that's like 7 inches long.
Yeah. Bet we can make that happen.
Yeah, if you called the locksmith and you were like, I want like the key to a castle, do you think they could do it for you?
I just want an old school 7-inch two-prong key.
What?
Okay.
It actually is probably just as secure. Like, who the fuck?
And nowadays it would be, no one would have that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like back in the day, sure it wouldn't be, but like now,
if you call the locksmith, you're like, if you can't do it, I'm calling the next guy on the list. So it's like, no, hang on. I didn't say we couldn't do it.
my wife and I have those now, like the keypad locks that you can like tie into your phone. But I always laugh, like theoretically they could run out of battery, and then what do I do?
Right.
Like I'm fucked.
There's no key. There's no physical key backup.
I mean, I think there is. I don't take that key with me anywhere. The whole point is not having a key. Why would I? Why would I?
Because if the battery runs out.
No, you just.
Then what are we doing here? Like,
what?
Well, that's a break glass in emergency scenario.
I mean, the app tells me at least how like much battery life is in each.
So now you're arguing against yourself here.
I'm merely stating that we are giving ourselves away to technology, and it could backfire.
The things we own end up owning us.
That's deep.
Let me guess. Rizzo ate all the fucking apples in this barrel.
He does it in Christmas Carol.
He's like, some of these were eaten when we got in.
Are they Honeycrisp? Because I don't blame him.
I've been on I didn't even know about these until like a year ago, but Envy apples.
Don't think I've ever heard of them.
Man, I'm a big fan.
Are they reds?
They're reds. Yeah. They're reds.
I love a good apple dipped in peanut butter.
Oh yeah, that's solid.
You might have this. I have this thing that slices up an apple automatically. You like press it over the top.
Oh, it takes the core out.
Oh, yep.
I don't have one, but
awesome.
So you don't have Disney without ads, but you have this Apple.
That's what I choose to spend my money on.
Specialty.
I pay a monthly fee for this apple cutter.
Subscription.
That's a Black Mirror episode where like everything in our life becomes a subscription.
That is like going to happen. That's what's so fucked. You can't get into your house because I haven't paid the
I know, because if you want to upgrade to the Pro Plus plan, you can enter your home between any hours.
Oh, this is only you have the plan for 12 to 6.
Perfect, like trope where the villain, they all huddle up and then they explain through exposition what their evil plan is.
Bikinis.
We haven't checked in on the Rat cruise ship lately. I could use a little drop in on what's going on with them.
Well, they're about to hit the beach. They've been all passed out drunk.
Yeah. They missed dinner service last night. They slammed too many rum shots.
Sorry for partying. Is it acceptable that like would you be shoeless on a boat? I just feel like in terms of you drop something on your foot or get it like tetanus by like stepping on something rusted.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because there's obviously like a splinter issue or like like you said, stepping on a rusty nail.
I feel like it's a culture thing. Like if your captain is just gonna let you go fucking barefoot, it's like the inmates run the asylum.
Yeah. But I mean, you're in the Caribbean now, you know.
Have you seen the crew? The inmates absolutely are running the asylum.
Cycling, I said on our Nosferatu commentary, which, by the way, one of the more fun ones we've done.
Really?
From the horror genre. Yeah, go back and check it out.
It's just such a horny movie. How can you not?
It's so horny, yeah. We mentioned, though, how I wish that people would start referring to their room as quarters again.
I could get on board with that. Sure.
So we got to start the trend right here.
I'm going to my quarters. Like, what?
As a kid,
so classy.
Yeah. Long John Silver, when I watched this as a kid, he really did frighten me because I'm like, damn, I do kind of trust him, even though I know I shouldn't. Here, Jim is just stupid. Like, let go of the thing and you're fine.
I mean, that is the party boat, though. You can't be.
I know, I was going to say, that's the fun one. Jim will even let you use the aux cord. Did they let
nerdy and like other than Gonzo, this is a lame group.
Yeah, there's really no fun to be had here.
So, a fun language fact that just kind of popped in my head, so I looked it up. You said people should refer to the like rooms or things as quarters. My work will take me to some Spanish-speaking countries, and so I've tried to brush up a little bit on that. And like room in Spanish is habitación, but
wow. That's a long-ass word for room.
What about?
Yeah, like
I figured it'd be like quartoro.
Well, that's another word that can be used for this. No.
Oh, really? I was being such a dick.
No, el cuarto. And I talked to them about them. Like, oh, which one could be used? But like el cuarto, like quarter. I'm guessing that's where it came from.
I would just have to be careful not to make it say quattro because that's totally different.
It's very close. Yeah, a lot of the same letters.
Give Animal credit. He will get his drums wherever he needs to for the performance. He's like Travis Barker.
Just give me the sticks. Give me
and
the sticks.
Listen, if this is being a prisoner, sign me up, bro. You're like the life of the party.
A little bonfire on the beach. Not mad at that.
Well, life could be worse.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun to the guys beating the shit out of me. That one guy stuck his finger up my butt. Yeah, I told him not to do that, Jim. He tends to not listen.
Yeah, Tim Curry really went into this role hard.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I wonder who else they even considered for this, because once Tim Curry says he's interested, it's over.
I mean, again, I think I definitely didn't realize like the magnitude of what Tim Curry is like Michael Caine when I was a kid, right? Like I know him from Muppets Christmas Carol, whatever. I didn't realize he was a serious like actor. Like Tim Curry, it was a very serious theater actor. Like that is a big deal. Like I knew him from Home Alone and this. It's like, oh, he's funny. And Clue, of course, because like I didn't realize like the depth of his acting ability.
All joking aside, though, aside from it being like an absolute blast, I think if you are a legitimate like thespian, two things about acting with the Muppets. Number one, it's actually probably like a real like fun challenge because these things with you can emote, but it's like you are commanding the stage. You basically have to like immerse yourself in their world and almost just act like you're unfazed by it. Like he's talking to a crocodile and a frog, but he's never going to address that fact. It's like,
no, you have to like treat that. Like I think I read, was it Michael Caine or something, like literally says like you look them in the eye and take them as fellow actors. Because the puppeteers are right underneath. Like you could see them if you want to.
And the other thing
like
is
you have to cut them out.
I could be just projecting here, but I feel like your performance, it's almost impossible to not have it be so appreciated. Like, who is going to criticize the way you acted alongside the Muppets? Unless you mailed it in. But if you're giving your effort, people just adore you for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think there's something to that. And like, even if he is like being over the top,
Can't
Like
be.
there's Muppets in here.
There's
like
no top.
everything is over the top. Yes, there's no top.
Exactly.
That's a good way of putting it. There's no top.
Clueless Jim, huh? It's likely I had this one on my CD too.
I remember.
Should be feared and hated. I say we're victims of bad press. It's all exaggerated. And again, if you're like a theater guy, like the singing element of this, I'm sure they did pre-record it, but there was definitely some performing happening day of.
Oh, 100%. I don't think Tim Curry would put up with anything less.
Do you think he shows up to like the Muppets trailers and he's like, "Have you been rehearsing your lines?"
Like Kermit's not even in anyone's hand. He's just like literally just laying on the couch. He's like, he's not a real thing right now.
I wish they would do like a making of, and it's like their relationships outside of set.
It's that meme where the guy's poking the thing with a stick. Do something.
Do something.
See, he's a teenage boy. Why is he not like being like, you know what, man? This is kind of cool. I'm with the pirates.
He's a fucking square, dude.
But so his dad was a pirate, right?
I think you're confusing him again with Orlando Bloom and Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm definitely not getting those confused.
They're identical movies. Name me one difference.
Where's Johnny Depp?
Listen, if I have a pirate map and you guys want it so bad that you choreograph and write an original number, I think I'll let you look at it.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Depp and Amber Heard met on this set, actually.
Okay.
Be loyal and fair and
cabin fever.
And most importantly, when you're a professional pirate.
What was Johnny Depp doing around this time? 96? Was that Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, probably. We both said it at the same time. It has to be, right?
Yeah, this was Ed Wood, maybe? Huh?
Oh, we were so wrong. It's 1990. Damn it.
Oh, Scissorhands was 90?
Oh, so maybe it was Ed Wood.
Wait, hold on. So Gilbert Grape?
Wow.
That was new, maybe.
96? No.
I think Gilbert Grape was Leo's like role right before Titanic.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I feel like Leo was a little younger.
When did Ed Wood come out? I joked, but now I am curious. It was around Scissorhands because him and Tim Burton worked together like at least 3 times in 5 years.
So 96, Handsman. I don't know that one.
Gilbert Grape is
Nick
93.
of Time, Dead Man. Yeah,
close.
Say Handsman.
I don't know Handsman, but he plays himself.
That's dumb.
Nick of Time, Dead Man. I don't know any of the movies around the 96 era. The closest I know is Ed Wood, 94, like you asked, and then Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is 98.
Oh, yeah.
Sleepy Hollow, 99.
You know,
yeah.
close.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a 4-year gap between Ed Wood and Fear and Loathing?
Yep.
That's weird, man. Figure Strike While the Iron's hot, dude.
Yeah, and the Sleepy Hollow, 99. That was probably the first movie of his I saw in theaters. I definitely didn't see. I mean, I would have been 3 years old.
Donnie Brasco was 97.
Oh shit! How big is his role in that?
What's up?
Does he have a pretty big role in that?
Donnie Brasco? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good gang. That's a good underrated gangster movie, I think.
Yeah. What is the movie where he plays Whitey Bulger?
Black something?
Yeah, Black
Mass? Black.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I know Scooby-Doo perfected it, but the turn the lights off and you can only see people's eyes trope.
I know. I love that.
Hilarious to me.
Simpsons. Early Simpsons does it too. Like Homer's like laying in, or no, Marge is laying in bed with her eyes open. Homer's like, "Can you close your eyes?"
That's pretty good.
He's like, "I can't sleep."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, a bunch of dead hanging people. That's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here now.
How are you?
Now.
I just always quote Han Solo.
Clueless Jim. Well, there's an informed opinion. I think we can all agree if the podcast had a map, I would be the one who would be the navigator.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We would put it in your hands for sure.
My teen.
No, it'd be Banner. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it would absolutely be Banner.
Banner would be like, I left it in my other pants.
Wait, I was supposed to bring that?
I like how he was asking a minute ago, like, Jim, where do we go next? Can you not just look at the map? It's not like coded. It's just
don't
reading
read.
it.
I don't think Long John Silver can read.
Oh, that's a good point. Valid.
That's why Horns finds him so relatable. That's why he can't read Treasure Island.
There's so much in common. The irony of reading Treasure Island is it's now counter to what a pirate would be able to do.
That is true. Yeah.
We all know I'm a method reader. I read a book in the way that the protagonist would. Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka. When I come up to bat and slow pitch softball, this is what they do.
I forgot this is how the pigs get involved. Piggy.
Yeah, Piggy doesn't show up. What do we look at the hour mark of this thing?
Well,
Yeah,
so one of the things I think
done.
you said was Frank Oz had a conflict during this movie.
Really?
But he did Fozzie.
But like, if you notice, Fozzie has had a few. Like Fozzie's usually like, if not next to the main character.
They did it like that season of Arrested Development where everyone.
Yeah.
Again, if you sign up for the Rat Cruise, I think you're getting your money's worth. Like, I don't think a single one of them is going to leave a bad review.
It might not be what they expected, but they're having a good time.
Every time we see flowers now, we all say Midsummer.
Yeah.
It's perverted the flower for us.
I mean,
we are really close to Midsummer the time we're recording this. So,
you know, I like it.
Well,
it's not on your birthday, is it?
Yeah.
No, I think we just passed it.
No, I know. I was saying just in general, like we're close. Yeah. My favorite time of year.
With you guys at June birthdays, you should do a Midsummer theme party next year.
Dibs on May Queen.
Okay.
No, that's not. You can't dibs that.
May comes out in a bear costume.
I was about to say I'll go get the bear costume now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, Nate, maybe you showed me this, but there was like a husband, wife, and their son, and they went as like Midsummer themed. I think the husband was a bear, the mom was the May Queen, and what was the kid?
I almost want to say the kid was like a teddy bear looking thing, but I don't know what the husband was then.
That would make sense because
maybe the husband was a pube pot pie.
Yeah, of course.
Nailed it. That's what it was.
Oh,
you know, Piggy's just loving her life here. Like, some people think she's a prisoner, but no. Again, dinner and a show, you cannot beat it.
Yeah, it's just like going to a luau in Hawaii or something.
Absolutely.
The pigs are usually on the roast.
Yeah, the pigs here are like part of the festivities. I think we've talked about this before, but counting paces, it's really tricky because everyone has different size feet.
Not the same stride.
I've always wondered about referees in the NFL. Like, do they just get used? They're all different heights. Like, do they just get used to, like, they practice a yard? Because everyone else's stride is going to be different.
What? The yards are marked on the field.
No, I know, but like, you can see it, sure, but like, are you actually being perfect?
What are they using their
distance between the?
You think when they marked them, they had a guy step 3 feet?
They are stepping. I'm just saying. You watch the refs out there.
Have you been watching games for like 1963 or something?
Someone who's probably watched 1,000 football games in their life.
I'm saying it could make a difference up to an inch, and that inch could make the difference on a fourth
and one.
They're
not doing this in modern day football.
What? They still act it out. They still act it out. They walk the yard.
But I'm going to send you guys a video. You guys know who Nick Kroll is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He used to have a show called Kroll Show, and it's kind of like Tim Robinson's Cycling, where it's like really hit or miss his sketches.
Yeah.
But one, it's him and Jordan Peele, and they're refereeing like a girls' community college basketball game. And there's one part they disagree on a block versus charge. So they have the two girls line back up, and they're like, "All right, do what you just did." And the one girl like runs in and takes the charge, and Jordan Peele goes, "See, that's a block." And Nick Kroll goes, "Yeah, but that's not what happened, though."
That's a pretty good bit.
It's like
fun fact, I refereed a girls pickup league in college, and one of the girls on the team, one of the teams, was the famous viral video of the woman saying, "I just wanted to make it snow."
Oh wow, the fire girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was to go viral back then was hard, because if I remember right, was like YouTube the only real like video?
Yeah, it was, and she ended up on the Tosh.0 show.
Wow.
Did she get expelled or I know she got kicked out of the sorority, right?
No, I don't know. No, her team was with the sorority. This was after it. It was like her sorority's team. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what went down internally, but yeah. I mean, all she did was, get the fire hydrant, but I'm sure she was punished in some way. Maybe they looked at it as she was punished enough on the internet that served.
Probably not the worst thing that sorority ever did.
Yeah.
So
she'll do whatever it takes to be an Alpha Chi.
Wouldn't we all?
Clueless. This is all backfiring for Tim Curry, by the way.
I will say
it's not going well for you.
Is it Clueless Joe? What's his name?
Clueless something. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, for him being clueless, like as the qualifier, he is getting way too much responsibility.
It's like, guys, do you not hear my name? Like, stop giving me this.
Oh, this is funny. So they try and give him the black spot. It's on a page from the Bible. It's like, it's all the only paper we had. Again, the think tank here is not the best in the world.
They're doing the best they can.
So can you use like a fiction book? Like what are you allowed to use? Like an instruction manual to like your Weber grill?
For the black spot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would work. Any instruction
I don't think they break
manual.
down the rules in this movie.
And you put it on an instruction manual for a Dyson.
Great
or maybe like an old recipe book you haven't used in a while.
That's a good one. Like the back of a receipt.
Yeah. If it's a CVS receipt, you can probably break it into like 10.
Several. You could give the whole ones. Yeah, the whole ship could get black spots.
How's he being comforted by the goat?
Cycly, we should compliment Nate, because I want you to know that as of, I believe today, you're in the presence of an executive Costco member.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. And again, you don't have commercial-free Disney.
I choose where I spend my money wisely.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, they had to make a decision was made.
Costco seemed like a wise choice.
That does pay for itself.
It really does.
Like 3 hot dogs.
And the guy sold me on it. I was like, okay, sure, we'll try it out. I've wanted a Costco membership for a while. It's just been me and Miss Thurman. But since we have a newborn on the way, I was like, hey, we're gonna need like diapers and all this kind of stuff. Let's just go ahead and get it. Let's go.
So just accepting the new phase of life.
Nate, give me you said you got sold at the store today on the upgrade to the executive, or did you? Okay, what did the guy pitch you?
So your wife actually texted us about this too after the fact, but starting next month, executive members get in an hour early before everyone else to shop if they want, which is 9 to 10. It's not even that early.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's not even like you have to get up there to
cool.
Nothing pisses me off more than going grocery shopping and it's busy. Like
So get in an hour early, and then also 2% cash back, which doesn't seem like a lot, but with the amount we'll probably spend
thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
now,
like
this might be a dumb question. If you have a credit card that already has cash back, do you get to double dip? Like you get 2% cash back from Costco, and then also on like your credit.
Yeah, because the 2% cash back is just towards your membership.
Oh, wow.
So if I use my Chase Sapphire card, like I get those points too. But like that cash back, the guy was like, what I do is like send you like a check at the end of the year. You just basically put that towards your membership for the next year, so it makes it cheaper.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, makes sense.
So you're living the life. You've made it. This is a sign. We made it.
Does Costco have gas, or is that Sam's Club?
I think they do. I didn't see. They had a huge ass parking lot. I think they have gas pumps. I'm not sure. But like they have like a travel
Sam's has
thing you
gas,
can buy
yeah.
trips through, and you can buy fucking batteries, car tires. They've got an automotive shop on it.
TV
So
prices, man.
yeah,
Yeah. Did you get any free samples while you were in there?
3. We had just worked out, and the wife was hungry, so we had to make a few stops on
Get
some
the
of them.
$1.50 hot dog.
Did they have the?
Not this time. Next time we will.
Every time I go, they have like a waffle sample.
Yeah, we had a
Who the fuck doesn't know what a waffle tastes like? But I'll take
cheese tortellini, which was awesome.
Nice.
Like a chicken salad on a cracker, which is great.
Okay.
One more thing, but I can't remember what it was.
Interesting here. Now I know Jim Henson had passed away, but if you guys remember on our Secret of the Ooze movie commentary, TMNT2, Jim Henson supplied the costumes for the turtles, but he was adamant that no weapons be used by the turtles. So even though they're not, I mean, they have guns in this pretty clearly. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. Here he's okay with it. I mean, obviously he had passed away, but like it's likely sort of speaking like how some people said that his wishes were not upheld after he passed away.
It's hard though, because this is very much a period piece. Like it's, I mean, it's.
Well, they're Ninja Turtles. They can't have weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, like each one of them is known for their specific weapon.
Correct. I, as a kid, always cracked up at the Boom Boom Sticks line. Doubloons. All my life, I thought they were doubloons, like a flower bloom.
Yeah, it's tough with some of these old words.
See, Piggy usually is a big. She
Like
gets violent.
Yeah, she'll. Hi-ya!
Why is she being so?
I feel like she only has like one karate chop per movie.
Wasn't you telling me about the Jim Henson documentary and how they developed the Piggy karate chop?
Idea Man, Jim Henson. I think that came out last year, and it got nominated, I think, for a Oscar for Best Doc.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Cycling was the cruise ship poop doc worthy of a Oscar nom? Because I've already the doc category, I think, is filling up. I mean, we can replace something, of course.
It's fine. Honestly, the other documentary I just watched was the Ocean Gate.
Titan? There was a,
yeah.
That was good.
That was more in depth. That was like a 3-parter. And that was very in depth, and it got into the science.
Wait,
and like
it was 3 parts?
The Ocean Gate.
Oh, I watched the one that called Titan. Is that the same one? The one I watched was just one.
Like, it was like Firefest, where 2 competing docs came out.
Do that all the time these days. They come out like
was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Did it just come out? Am I crazy? I thought it was a 3-parter.
By the way, credit Sam Arrow.
Maybe I watched it in 3 parts.
I was about to say, hour and 50 minutes. Titan, the Ocean Gate disaster.
And maybe I watched it in 3 parts.
That's hilarious.
And that's what I remember.
For myself, it was 3 episodes.
3-parter. The director's like, no, it's not. Well, no, for me, it is.
No. To me, it was. I paused it. I walked away. I think I did. Stop it. Maybe that's what.
Pause. Ads.
Yeah, pause here too.
My bad. Okay, yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. That's so funny how your brain plays tricks on you, because I watched it in like 3 days.
It's like
but it was very good.
It was good. Very stupid people.
So preventable. It was so dumb.
It was bad.
I told Nate this. Didn't they use like a video game controller to pirate the submarine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that honestly was not even the stupid. Like, that's what's funny about it.
It's
like,
more that's not the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch. I'm trying to remember if I've watched any other docs this year, but I mean that one was good. That was really good.
I would say the thing about the Poop Cruise documentary is, like, overall it's meant to be, yeah, it goes over the story, but it's more lighthearted. It's
sure
they it's a silly, like, they called it the Poop Cruise documentary, so it's like they interviewed the crew itself, and like they were no one was prepared for something like that, right? So yeah, and then they interviewed people like who were on it and things like that, but it's 50 minutes and it's not too serious. I'm trying to I don't know if I've watched any other documentaries this year.
Oh, I did the Karen Reed documentary. I watched that one.
I need to check that out. Is that Netflix?
What was?
HBO Max, I think.
Okay.
Which I actually don't even know. They just had like the retrial on recently, and I don't know what happened on that one.
Yeah, so far we're back.
Yeah,
we're back. Castaway vibes here.
Say what you will about Piggy, but she cares about Kermit.
This is just ruthless. How do you think she gets those doubloons on to the necklace?
6 hours. She wakes up.
There's like
really
chisel
early.
like a hole in it, or
yeah, because the technology to drill a hole in a coin back then would not seem
great.
Easy to get.
And also, I doubt they just have money, like dispensable money, where they can I can just make a necklace out of this.
Yeah, no big deal.
But didn't even the Roman coins have like holes? I don't know how they did it, but I think
what do you mean even the Roman coins?
I'm just saying if they could do it in the Roman era, they could do it. They could do it now. And the
Austin Powers. So you're not just going to kill him right now? No, I'm just going to set an elaborate trap and assume everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, I
was just in my room. Scott, you just don't get it.
You tell them your whole plan.
Just gonna hope this fire doesn't blow out and it just burns the rope and kills him.
Look, we're right next to the ocean. Highly doubt wind.
That flame is getting very low.
Mm-hmm.
It is not affecting the rope at all.
They should have done a Spider-Man kiss here.
Huge missed opportunity. Although they're both upside down, so it kind of just is like a normal.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't really
like
one needs to
be.
Sorry, there was 3 parts in the Ocean Titan documentary.
Yeah, we're aware.
Yeah, this is from a guy who watches the Lord of the Rings extended edition in one sitting. Fucking.
What's wrong with that? I don't
understand. Titan Expedition is a 3-parter.
Yeah, less than 2 hours. Couldn't do it.
Make it.
9 hours, 10 hours of Lord of the Rings. I'm in.
Damn, I mean, jackpot right here. It's like when FanDuel fucks up and like triples your winnings.
This is like the low point in the movie. Nothing's going right.
Well, unless you're Long John Silver, then
that's true. That's a good perspective.
I don't want to be that guy, but I think Piggy's rope would snap before Kermit's.
Wow, that's totally fucked up.
Just because she's more to the east.
She's girthier, is what you're saying.
She's thick with 2 C's.
She could get it.
If they were smart about this, like they could divide this up and everybody would have life-changing money. But someone in this group is gonna get greedy.
Well, the problem is also Kermit is too pure to like let everyone go in. He's like, nope, we can't do it. I don't know what Kermit's issue is. Like, why not? Like, it's just sitting there.
They could do a snake draft, right? So like you each go in and you pick an item that you want. And then in the end we just divide up the coins.
I really am. What a catch! I'm really intrigued in. I think I'll actually read it, but I kind of do want to read about like the plot of actual Treasure Island.
It's kind of inspiring me to go read the book.
Yeah.
See, that's a puppet that they designed just for this, and the guy making it had to be like, "This is going to be fucking hilarious." What's the name of that big guy in the back?
Oh, it starts with an S, I think.
Yeah, he's in the Is he in the OG Muppet movie? I think he is, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who he's like a used car salesman, and he's like, "Hey, take me with you."
There's a Muppet Sesame Street crossover movie. I remember watching
Sweetums. There is a photo of Sweetums I love so much where he's like giving a lecture at a college or a library, and he's like behind a podium.
What the fuck is he saying?
I don't know, but I was like, I don't know what's happening in this picture, but like,
he's like telling people to get out and vote.
I don't know what I'll do whatever Sweetums tells me.
Oh, they gotta go save him now.
How long would it take him to get to the cliffs?
Yeah, I couldn't tell how far away
'Cause
they are.
There's not like a gas pedal we could step on.
Which way's the wind blowing?
Sorry, not that way.
Ah, fuck. You're
We
fucked.
We could go around the whole Earth. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's put that on the back burner though, and just see what else everyone else has.
Yeah.
I just sent that photo to both of you. Cracks me up. It's so ridiculous.
What the fuck?
It looks like a very serious setting.
I know, you know, he's giving
this
an
is great
actual
'cause you can add whatever captions you want.
Yeah.
You did it, Statler and Waldorf, man,
Oh
coming
wow!
in.
They actually end up saving our protagonist.
Very useful.
As much as we joke about them getting like roles in the movies that are kind of insignificant or just bit parts, huge effect on the plot here.
But they kind of lost track of where they were.
Which is key in when you're on a ship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of violence for a Muppet movie.
I want to swing on a rope swing. That sounds fun.
Did that on old Lake Tahlequah, or not Lake River, cruising, floating Tahlequah River, getting drunk.
Illinois River?
Was it? No, it was the Tahlequah. Wait,
Tahlequah
was it the
River?
Illinois?
I feel like it was the Illinois, like through Tahlequah, but
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Again, I saw Ocean Gate in 3 parts, so no, you can't trust me on anything right now.
you're on a roll right now. Just throw an extra shot in that Pacifico.
I should have. Actually, I just opened that Pacifico, funny enough.
Yeah, we got Clueless Bill getting a lot of screen time here, or whatever his name is.
Damn, Gonzo.
What is that thing he's fighting? What is this Muppet?
I don't know, but he can throw some stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard thing with Muppets is like, what is that thing?
Yeah, what do you like? Some of them are like obvious, like oh, I get that, but then others, their interpretation is kind of up in the air.
Like have to like wonder the creators of it, like just had fun. Like this will look weird. Like
Sure.
Sweetums, like the guy we were just talking about.
Yeah.
What is that?
No idea. No resemblance to any kind of animal that I've ever seen. Glad they're bringing out the cannons. It's very close range, but a lot of firepower.
Oh shit!
I do.
Oh, here he comes in now.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's the guy to wield.
I feel like he gets a redemption arc in a lot of like again in the Muppet movie. They think he's a bad guy.
Yeah,
I think it's just like we judge him on his appearance. It says a lot about us. Now Piggy's
here at the end. Yeah.
And a nice little kiss.
To this day, I don't get how they do him like this is an insane effect.
Yeah.
A little Yoda-esque.
Muppets always look so funny when you show their full body. Fozzie especially, when they show the full body of Fozzie, it looks so ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Kermit's like Zorro out here.
That Kermit got.
And the deep V he's got going on.
He's not afraid to flaunt it.
No.
Share your gift.
Does he have a chest tattoo?
It seems like something. Yeah, I can't tell what that is, but
just a little heart that says mom on it. Oh, that would make sense.
It's main bitch.
That poor crab has been through a lot.
Yeah.
He's resilient.
I love the subtle like emoting that I saw Miss Piggy and Kermit do it, like, but like the nose will like tilt down and in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the puppeteers are really good. Like they
Like
know
such like a
exactly.
defeated look.
Mm-hmm. Kermit does this like pursed lip thing in a lot of his movies.
No, I think that's like another. I don't know if it was Michael Caine, but like, or Jason Segel was like, literally, the puppeteers are so good that they feel like they're acting with
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
At least Long John Silver is a gracious loser.
Yeah, I think you're cooked, bud.
Ad, pause.
What a weird place for an ad at this point.
Yeah, Nate and I were worried that they actually would see it through to the very end.
Yeah, this is the last one though.
Ain't that Disney?
Got another Amex one. But it's Amex and F1, so I guess they're promoting the movie coming out.
Yeah, mine is Amex and they're like in Italy or something.
Ooh. Sounds fun.
Yeah, this feels like a greedy ad. We have counting credits, 13 minutes left in the movie. Like, come on, just let us finish.
Now I got a Walton Goggins.
Yeah,
Probably a
he's doing
Walmart ad.
Walmart ads.
Yeah. Interesting. It was. This is random, but we're talking about ads now. There's one that's. I think it just popped up. I saw it today talking with my wife.
My wife.
My wife.
Have
It was
to,
for
rule.
Google, and they're basically just saying like, "Hey, Google it." And it's funny that those are popping up now. I'm like, I think they're really trying to promote this because Chat GPT is really taking over, and people are using Chat GPT as Google now. And so I think Google is really making an effort to remind people, hey, we were the original. You asked us all
We
the
run
time.
this.
And Google's smart because at least for me, most of the time, my first search result is Google AI now.
It's all AI now. Yeah, that for every first result. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have multiple times gotten wrong answers.
Mm-hmm.
It told me that Ocean Gate was 3 parts.
Mm.
It's AI, not me.
Damn it, AI.
All right. Unpause for the last time.
Are you back?
We're coming back.
We're back, baby.
I love Long John Silver's crew. I could just watch a movie with just these guys.
When was the last time you guys had Long John Silver's?
Wow.
I don't think I've ever eaten it, to be honest.
Ever? Wow.
Hold on. I mean, 20 plus years.
I have eaten
Yeah,
A&W, though, which a lot of times is in a Long John Silver's.
I think mine has to be high school when we had off-campus lunch. I think we went to the A&W that was, like you said, by the mall.
Yeah.
I remember only getting like the Hush Puppies because that was the only thing I was willing to have.
I mean, if I win, I would fuck with some fried shrimp for sure.
That's the only thing I would trust there. I'm not going to get anything else. Like, it has to be fried if you're going to get fish from a fast food place.
Right.
See, these guys still care for each other. I think that's sweet.
Give him credit. He could load all that treasure onto a boat by himself. Like, at that point, let him have it.
And again, why can't he have this treasure was just hanging out? What's the issue?
Yeah, like it's like the lady when you leave Walmart who checks your receipt. Like, if you can prove it's yours, you can have it.
Like, it wasn't hurting anybody.
What does Marshall say? Didn't cost nothing.
You're telling me the treasure was better suited just hidden forever?
That is such a bitch whistle.
Yeah, I don't even know where he got that from. You remind me of your father.
Honestly,
I was your father.
Whoa, plot twist.
And then she's like, no, that's impossible. I'm like, wait a second, this is a little too much.
There's never been a Muppets Star Wars collab, has there?
there have been definite, like, again, going back to Muppet Show, I think Mark Hamill hosted once, and they did a whole like Star Wars Muppets. I believe that's all on Disney now.
So they did do a Star Wars Muppets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it was just part of the Muppet Show. It was like, because they used to have like their SNL, which was Muppets,
Yeah.
and then Mark Hamill hosted, and the whole episode was like Star Wars themed.
Which, just hearing that, if I'm Mark Hamill, I'm like, dude, can I do something else? Like, we get it.
I think he definitely like bought it. I think he knew that was like that and voice acting was basically all he had.
Just scoop a little faster.
Yep, you almost got it. Almost there. Looks like he's just like a little bedpan that he was scooping out with. Now, quick, write up a treasure map for you, and that could be another movie.
Mart, how many paces into the ocean?
1,500 breaststrokes.
Yeah. Nice pants. What do you like, the starting small forward for the Indiana basketball team?
There's an electric guitar over there. Like, I don't know if that's accurate, guys.
They had power this whole time.
Like,
just
what?
a generator, though. It's his. You can't. Not everyone can use it.
This would have been my background was perfect for this ending.
Oh, for the
That's
ending.
what I'm saying. The one rat underwater is like the only time we. Are these
I
guys
think this
part
was
of
the
cruise?
background. Yeah, the snorkeling is part of the package.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just an excursion that they're
The
going
main
on.
thing I got from this is I want to book the rat cruise.
I think there's plenty of rats on a lot of these cruises.
Yeah, is that an option?
I'd like the rat package, please.
What is it in Titanic? The in third class are like, if this is the way the rats are going, that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so here's what happens in Long John Silver's treasure. Never mind that map.
Don't worry, we got this.
Does he have a metal detector over there? What's going on?
It's like one of those things that like powers you, like a little propeller.
Yeah, suddenly
thing.
there's technology in this. Like,
Crazy.
The Industrial Revolution happens in the last 2 minutes, actually.
Very rapidly. They jump forward a lot.
All right, that was Muppet Treasure Island. Nate,
Wow.
we'll go to you first. First time watch for you, and I'm sure you don't dislike the Muppets, but you're not the huge Muppet head like us. What'd you think of this Journey of the High Seas?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and all the insightful facts that we learned along the way were really cool. And I know, you guys have watched like the Henson documentary and all that kind of stuff, but so it was good hearing all that kind of information too. But yeah, still not the biggest Muppet fan, but I might dip my toe into some of these other ones. You guys have kind of piqued my interest talking about a lot of the other movies that they've had, so they might show up on my watching repertoire.
Honestly, my recommendation would be like going and watching some of like the great like skets or episodes of the original Muppet Show, because those started before the movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like some of like the famous actors they had, especially in the 70s. Like the Mark Hamill ones and stuff like that. Like that's what started all of it, and I think that's what makes the Muppets great, because they were such an iconic part of pop culture in the 70s and 80s.
Okay, might do a deep dive on that.
Nate, I'm assuming you've seen Muppet Christmas Carol?
Yes, it's been a while, but yeah, I've seen it.
I know it's, like you said, been a minute. Would you put that ahead of Muppet Treasure Island?
Yeah.
I would as well.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way you can't.
Yeah. Cycling, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've watched. A couple of comments I've always thought about the movie is, not in a bad way, but it's much slower to develop compared to like Christmas Carol. We don't even get Tim Curry until about 40 minutes in, and we don't even get the like reveal of him being the bad guy until almost an hour in. So that's an interesting take on it. Again, it made me more interested to read the book, or at least like read a synopsis of the book, because I'm like really intrigued on like, because a lot of this movie feels like Muppet World. Whereas Muppets Christmas Carol feels like they're following a certain plot, like especially the beginning of this film and like the ridiculousness of it. with the pirates coming in and looking for the treasure. Maybe that's part of the book. I don't know. Just made me curious about how much is just Muppets being Muppets and how much is authentic.
Yeah, and I think I read on one of my IMDb facts that Rizzo and Gonzo's character, they actually take some character from the book and split them into two.
Which makes sense.
Character. Which they kind of do in the Muppet Christmas Carol. They're basically
which we did the Marley brothers, because in the original Christmas Carol it's just one Marley.
One Marley. Which got to have the Statler and Waldorf. Yeah, this movie for me, upper half of the Muppet films, but it's below Christmas. This is in no particular order. Christmas Carol, Muppets Take Manhattan, Great Muppet Caper. I actually might put this above the original Muppet movie. I'd have to think about it.
Oh wow, I'm a big fan of the original Muppet movie. I think the thing for like Nate watching these movies on a commentary, it's hard to appreciate the songs.
Sure.
And probably some of the underlying comedy when we're, talking and not really listening. Yeah. Makes it a little difference of but that's an interesting take, Horns.
We'd have to rank our Muppet movies at some point.
That would be a good conversation.
Be hard to do. All right, for the American hero Nate Thurman and our legal counsel Ronnie Cycli, I'm the mayor Jeff Hornacek, and we are the Bro Force Squad podcast. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. We'll see you next time on the ICs. Before that, you can find us on all of our socials at Bro Force Squad, and if you type in Bro Force Squad as 3 separate words on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you will find us and check out all of our links and everything we've ever posted, along with our squad blog at broforsquad.com. Till next time, guys, I'm looking at the Rat Cruise, and the alcohol package is only $50 more expensive. So I say we just book now.
It's well worth it.
Oh, no-brainer.
Guys, what be a pirate's favorite type of sweater? Argyle.
All right.
Okay.
People who aren't even listening, stop listening.
Wasn't a catch on that one. Okay.
It's actually Long John Silver.